Okay, using Photoshop today, we're going to be designing a button. These buttons are kind of fun to make. Sometimes they're election buttons. There's ask me how buttons type of thing. These are these pin-on buttons you put on your shirts. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a piece of paper. So we're going to go to File, New, and we're going to make an 8 by 10 piece of paper. So put in 8 inches by 10 inches, 300 resolution. Now 300 resolution is for 300 pixels per inch. And most printers use 300 pixels per inch. So when we print it, it's the same size we build it in Photoshop. And we'll just call this button art. Hit OK, makes a piece of paper. Now to get rulers to come up so we can see how big the button we want to make is, and we can use some guidelines, hit Command R. Command R is going to put rulers on. Now the buttons we're going to be making are 2¼ inches, but we need 2½ so we have an edge that curves around the button. Well, just to show you what buttons look like, I'll go to the internet real quick here, and I'm just going to put in pin buttons. And there's just tons of fun pin-on buttons. A lot of times they're 3 inches, 2½ inches, whatever. See the pin right there? So we're going to be making a button like that that looks like these. Okay? So put that back away. So 2½ inches. So we're going to drag right on the ruler here with the Move tool. Drag right on the ruler. Click and drag and pull out a guideline. We're going to take that out to 2½ inches, which makes a blue line or guideline. Click on the top one, bring it down to 2½. And we've got a perfect 2½ inch square there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the elliptical marquee tool, which is found under the rectangular marquee tool. Grab elliptical marquee tool, click on this intersection and drag straight up to the top corner. And it's going to make a nice, perfect round circle. Holding down Shift will make sure it stays round. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer. We want to add new layers so we're not painting or brushing or doing designs on the background, so it stays a nice white piece of paper. So we go to New Layer right here. And then we're going to go to Edit, Stroke. And we're going to stroke a line around this with 3 pixels. So 3 pixels, black. In case that's not black, take that to black. And hit OK. Now hit Command D. Command D gets rid of those marching ants or the selection. And now we've got a perfect round 2¼ inch circle. Okay? If we want to put these back away, we can just drag them straight off these lines with the Move tool and take them straight off the lines and they're gone. Okay? So we've got a nice circle here. We're going to design our button in this circle. Okay? And I want you to design 2 of these buttons. So all you got to do with that is just duplicate this layer right here. So just right click, duplicate layer, hit OK, and you've got 2. So now we've got 2 nice circles. Keep those apart like that. Next thing I want you to do is design a button. Now I'm going to take the internet, and I'm going to find a flag. So I'm going to put American flag. I'm going to take the images there. I'm going to find a nice American flag here. I'm just going to drag this fun little flag right through. And usually I like to click on it first to make it bigger on my screen. And then just drag it straight onto Photoshop. Move tool and move it into place. Okay. Now it's over the top of that circle, and that's good. We don't want to, just as long as we cover that circle, we're fine. But I want to make this flag look like it's waving. So we're going to hit Command T, Warp tool, and we're going to warp that flag and put it kind of into our circle here. Just making a fun American type button. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's around the edges of that, because it's going to cut off anyway when we make the button. Fun. So we got this fun flag, okay, in there, kind of in the circle there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to type our name. So I'm just going to take my type tool, and I'm not typing my name. I'm just going to type America. So I'm just going to click once on my screen here, so it makes already a type layer. And I'm going to pick 36 point, and with Helvetica Bold, it sounds good. I'm just going to type American. Move tool, move it on. Okay. Now that's pretty hard to read when you put it on your button there. So if you want to make it easier to read, we're going to go down here to the American type and come right down here to the effects. Click on effects, and I'm going to add a stroke. And I'm going to, instead of black, right now it just stroked it in black, I'm going to stroke it in white. Okay. And then I'm going to play with the size here and make it easier to read. I'm going to add a drop shadow and bevel and emboss, make it look pretty cool. Drop shadow here, kind of play with that drop shadow, and you know. And I want to kind of rotate it so it says American like that. So I'm just going to take my type tool, select again my type right on it, and then right up here is the warp, type warp. Click on that, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it fish or flag. That's cool. Yeah. Move tool. Okay. And then I'm going to do another type here. I'm going to put this one vote. Place it on top there. It's kind of hard to read. I'm going to put that in blue and then do a stroke of color around it. So I'm going to go down here to my effects. I'm going to add a color overlay to it. So now it's red like red. And then we're going to add a drop shadow. And then I'm going to do a stroke of blue. I can come out here and grab this blue right here. Or I can go find it. Vote American. Cool. So I've made a button. That nice circle there. I can go print it off. So now your job is to make another button in this circle and have fun with that. And then print it off, and we're ready to make a button using our Badge a Minute button maker. Have fun.